welcome back to depression-youarenotalone.com. We have a special guest today, Lily Bird. She's made her debut. She's been on the camera a few times. I'm Shannon. We all know Lou, and behind the scenes is John. He never says hi, but our focus is baby girl. She actually had surgery yesterday on her foot, so she's got this big old...
And she's a big
126 pounds.
126 pound
Well,
baby.
that's because she has hypothyroid, so she really doesn't eat that much food. Well, she does.
She had surgery yesterday, and she was supposed to be there all day.
And they called me like just to check on her. They wanted her there all day. I was supposed to pick her up at 4. Her surgery was at 12. They called me at 1 and told me to come get her because she wasn't being cooperative. She doesn't like the kennel because you have to watch her in the kennel.
She wants to be home.
So I had to go and pick her up because she was like a bad child.
That's because she's a big dumb pain in the ass.
She's
And
a
if
good girl.
I'm going to do everything I can to not cough, because I also got sick 5 days ago.
Yeah, you have the flu.
I started to get a sore throat around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By 6 o'clock, I was in bed sick as a dog, and I'm now starting to get better. So I'll do what I can to not cough. Today I wanted to talk about sports for children, starting children in sports at a young age. I know some people can say, okay, that's obvious because you're doing it as parents, you're doing it. But it's not obvious to everyone. And some parents don't see the child interested, so they don't put him in anything. So I want to talk about my experience and how it turned out. I raised 3 daughters. And I had to write a list down so I didn't forget everything they did. My girls, either 1, 2, or 3 did all these sports: soccer, basketball, gymnastics, roller hockey, figure skating, swimming, track, and softball. And one of mine, actually 2, did art lessons as well on Saturdays, and then that one dropped out, but the other one kept doing it for quite a few years. So as parents, my wife and I, fortunately, we were 100% on the same page of exposing our kids to different sports and then seeing if something would click, instead of pushing them into something. Let them try different things. They dropped out of everything eventually over time, except for softball. All 3 played softball. And the result is they started at a very young age. I think it was 10. They started playing in under 10. So they were even younger than 10 when they started. The end result is the 3 of them played. My oldest actually played 1 year of junior college in softball. My oldest. My youngest actually went to college and was the starting catcher for 4 years in college. The importance, it worked out that for so many years, right? She played, she got to experience traveling and playing for a college team, playing at a competitive level, so she got to experience that. Of course, this can apply to music as well. Again, I know for some people watching this, they may say it's obvious, but trust me when I say this, it's not obvious to every parent. Or like I said a minute ago, some parents don't see their kids leaning towards any of that, so they don't think about it. They're not interested. But if you let them try, something might click.
Well, I have to say, all of that was pretty expensive too. So we're not saying,
Not easy.
No, and we're not saying try all those things. Pick one thing or whatever.
No, I think you can't offer them one sport and they don't like it.
No. If they've already decided they want this.
Oh, then
I'm talking about
if they really love something, then encourage them to be there for them. I remember I had 2 daughters in 2 different age brackets playing nationals for softball, where it might have been at the same city, but we would have to have 2 cars because we would have to split up. My wife would go with one kid, I would go with the other, and then we'd alternate for the next game. So, you know, I'm not just with one and she's just with one. We would alternate to watch their games. Different town, might be in, like I said, the same city, different parks, different times. It was expensive. We live in Florida. We went to Illinois. We went to the Carolinas. We had summers where it was just spending time in the car with our kids, for them to do what they chose to do. But it can stay with you. My kids today are not kids anymore. They're adults.
They're still brats.
Of course they are. They'll always be to me. And I'll never know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything. Because I'm dad, so obviously I'm a dinosaur.
We're all dinosaurs.
But the advantage too is, to this day, they exercise. They're in shape. They take care of themselves because they did it for so many years playing ball. They got exercise. They didn't sit in the room playing video games. They had practice. Like I said, it was a lot of work for the parents. A lot of work. I even coached. Excuse me. I even coached. Totally committed for them to do what they enjoyed doing. Now, they all were exposed to all these sports. I played baseball, football, basketball as a kid. I have knee surgeries and broken fingers and torn rotator cuffs to show for it, and arthritis. Arthritis.
Because we're old.
My joints hurt. My knee hurts. You know, because it's
Welcome to age.
part of playing sports. But you know what?
They got drugs for that.
And I don't do that, as you guys know. I'm not into painkillers. I work through it. But the advantage is, keeps kids out of trouble, right?
Well, of course
Definitely.
it does. It occupies
Keeps
their
kids
time.
out of trouble.
Yeah.
They're occupied.
And they have social skills, you know.
Learning to work as a team.
Oh,
right?
yeah. There's a lot of good
Learning
things.
to work as a team. Staying out of trouble. Getting exercise.
Possibly a scholarship to,
Friendships.
depending on where you are.
My kids have friendships from when they were little playing ball that to this day are still their friends. Not all of them, of course. But they still have friendships that started when they were little girls playing ball, and to this day they're adults with children, and they're still friends. This applies to music as well. I mean, you may say, and I think what needs to be done is not wait for your child at 8 or 9 to suggest something, right? The parents say, "Hey, would you like to try? Would you
Or
like to learn
piano,
piano?
or
Would you like to learn
piano.
piano or learn play guitar?"
Yeah.
A lot of times
Excuse me.
it's happening more and more. Schools, of course, are cutting back on all this stuff. But then you got a lot of parents where the kid goes, "Hey, I want to join the band. They got beginning band. I want to learn how to play an instrument or with trumpet or whatever." And the parents go, "Oh no, we can't afford an instrument."
And it's
But it's available.
In some cases,
it's
true.
available at a lot of cases it's true.
Yeah.
But it's available in school. Like when I was in school, it was $10 a year
Oh, that's changed
to rent.
now.
I mean, I never had to do it because I always had my own instruments.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was $10 a year. So for the people that
You also on top of school also had a tutor. You got lessons from that guy who used to have his tags at trumpet.
Yeah.
Because I even went to him
Yeah.
because you had gone to him or
Yeah.
something like that.
I started in 6th grade.
You started in middle school.
6th grade.
Yeah.
I started gymnastics when I was 5.
And I still have friends from 7th grade that we're
Yeah.
all in band together.
Because you were part of something.
Yeah.
It's so important now. You can never underestimate that. And then we say, you know, kids are in trouble. Kids are this or kids that. Like you just mentioned, in public schools, a lot of sports have been cut out. Music programs.
Art,
That's
art,
great. Music programs
art.
have been, yeah. Art.
stuff
It's
that
a
makes
shame.
kids think.
Yeah.
We were fortunate. We had those things in public
Yeah.
school available to us.
Yeah.
Right?
Times
Shop.
have changed.
Shop, yeah.
Shop.
I think that's gone a lot.
I still have a
lot
chest I
less.
made in 6th grade. Actually, it's pretty decent for when I made it in 6th grade.
Okay.
We had all that available to us. You started. You played the trumpet. You played the trumpet throughout high school, and
In
you
fact-
were in a marching band. That was an award-winning marching band.
Yeah, all my friends that I'm still in contact with, everybody was in band.
Yeah, and wasn't your marching band in high school?
It was the best, down here.
It was the best band down here. As a
everybody's
matter of
ass.
fact, people used to go to the football games
Just
to
to
see
watch
the halftime show
our halftime show.
because the football team was absolutely god awful. They're awful.
Well,
Oh,
you,
yeah,
can't,
but
you can't have everything.
They came to see the band because we had our band instructor. This guy took it seriously.
I mean, you guys did commercials.
Yeah, we did one for Bordenberger,
You did one for a Chevy dealer or something?
yeah, we did.
Oldsmobile or Chevy?
Oldsmobile. We did one commercial at the Rolling Hills Golf Course, which is where they filmed Caddyshack.
Caddyshack, yeah. Yeah,
That's
so
a good movie.
you experienced that because you were part of something.
Right.
And your friends. Now, again, I know parents might think what I'm saying is obvious, but it's not obvious to everyone because a lot of times they see their kid, he doesn't seem to be interested or she doesn't seem to be interested. Expose them first. You'll be surprised what kids will latch onto. My daughter, I had 2 daughters that took art lessons. And that was every weekend driving her there. Sometimes I would drop her off and come back and she'd be there for hours.
Yeah.
One of them, the youngest one, ended up, the
Not
one
for
that got
me.
the scholarship playing softball didn't want to do the art. The one that did the art went to college for fashion design, graduated fashion design.
Right.
So she does fashion design and a home decorator,
Yeah.
interior decorator.
Yeah.
Results.
Yeah. Pretty big stuff.
And it keeps them,
Keeps them
Busy.
occupied.
and your kid, excuse me, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, your kid may be a little overweight, out of shape. That's fine. Because you know what, if
I'm
they
out
start
of shape
playing a
and
sport,
overweight.
they may want to get into shape, right? It becomes
that should
important
get
to
into
them
it.
now.
Yeah, get them healthy.
It becomes important
Get them
now.
active, socialize.
I know the difference. I'm saying this from personal experience, and also because I have the ability to use common sense, thankfully, or else I wouldn't be here. For those that watch our videos, I wouldn't even be here, but
Her hair on me.
I know the difference of kids that were in their houses playing video games by themselves and my kids that were always active doing something. It's a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Makes them think too. Look forward to practice. Sometimes not so all the time practice, but look forward to games. And then, like I said, playing in nationals, national championships, in district championships, experiencing those things, having those memories.
And learn social skills.
Learn social skills and learn teamwork. Teamwork. If you're playing tennis or golf,
Golf's
it all
a big
comes down to
one.
what you do. But when
Yeah.
you play on a team, the whole team needs to work together.
Because as they say, there's no I in team.
Right, and you learn that, and you know
Yeah.
what? It makes. Actually, my daughter, the job she got for a law firm, they like the fact that she played college sports, because they see that as someone that's more disciplined,
Right.
you know, more
structured.
disciplined, more structure. A lot of employers actually value that. You know, some parents I know, because like I said, I've coached, and I ran adult softball teams. I sponsored them, ran them, many teams, and we were winning teams. Remember all the trophies I threw away?
Yeah.
I had no place for them anymore.
Oh, there was too many, and they just,
I mean, I had winning teams because I had people that loved, adults that loved to play. They weren't there to show up.
yeah, they
They played their whole lives.
played.
Now, okay, we're adults now. We're not going to go play football or anything. You know, we'll play this and competitive. It drives you when you play sports. Again, same thing with music. A kid that looks forward to being in a band, or looks forward to playing guitar.
Or chess club or whatever. Or
Buy a
chess,
used
whatever.
guitar, a
Yeah.
used one, a cheap one.
Yeah.
Right? Don't go out and spend a bunch
No.
of. That's another thing parents make a mistake. They'll go out and spend a lot of money on
Yeah.
some instrument, and then the kid
Doesn't want
Doesn't
to do
do
it.
doesn't want to do it anymore, and they're like, okay, I'm not spending money on you
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Get something cheap.
Get cheap,
Like
used.
if the kid wants to start playing violin, right? You can go
Don't go
on
buy a
Amazon-
Stradivarius.
No, you can buy a $29 violin.
Yeah.
It comes with a couple of bows.
And then if they stick with it
and the
over
thing
time, you
is,
can
some of these
invest
cheapo
in
violins
are good.
actually sound pretty decent,
Yeah.
especially for a kid that's just starting out. And it's
Yeah.
only for like 29
And then
$29.
if they don't want to do it
$20.
anymore, you're not out
test
money.
test
You're not
the
out money.
waters. Go to a pawn shop and get a guitar.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then get cheap.
I
Now,
think
if
they
your
have 'em.
kid, you see, oh my God, my child is in love with this. Then you want to buy them a nicer instrument. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
you just
Then
move
you
it
make
well.
the investment.
Like,
Fine.
when I bought my first, it wasn't a trumpet, it was actually a cornet. It was used.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
And
that.
then my trumpet after that was brand new.
Yeah.
And that was only $150, but back then it was money. And then my third trumpet was even more, it was like
A Yamaha, right?
Yamaha, yeah.
Yeah, that one's nice.
That's not, it was expensive too.
But think
you can
about
move
what.
up the line.
But think
Yeah.
about what I just said about sports, right? The results with my kids. I've had parents say to me, "I'm not wasting my time because she's never going to make money from this."
It's not about making money.
That's,
You'd be surprised
Oh,
how many
some people
parents
think, yeah.
said that to me.
Yeah.
I don't want my daughter putting all her time into this because she's never going to become a professional. She's never going to make money off of this. No, my daughter got a college scholarship and was starting catcher for 4 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't about her going pro.
Yeah.
It was about the experience. It was
Which is
about
important.
not just the experience, exercising, having to go to practice when it was cold as hell. Well, hell's supposed to be hot, so
It really
cold
is
as
discipline
Siberia.
a lot.
No,
Whatever.
in hell they had an engineer that went up to heaven, and heaven said, "No, you belong down in hell." They made a mistake, so a week later they called up the devil and they go, "Hey, remember that engineer we sent you down there? Well, he's actually qualifies. We want him back." Devil goes, Satan goes, "No, we got to keep him." The first thing he did was put in air conditioning.
Yeah.
God.
But I've had so many parents say to me, and I see it more as selfish, is this is too time consuming for me as a parent. And I know my daughter or even my son isn't going to be a pro and make money off of this. Everything is, the bottom line is not about your daughter or your son becoming professional athlete and being a
Yes.
millionaire.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's about the experience. It's about them keeping in shape, exercising, being outdoors,
Being healthy.
making
in
friends,
all
learning
aspects.
structure, learning teamwork.
learning to think.
And there are parents that are never were into sports, never played sports, and they don't feel like doing it. And I'm not saying it because I think some people like that exist. I'm saying it because I've known it and they've said it to my face.
Yeah.
And I've had to, as calmly as I can, explain to them the benefits of a child being exposed to different things at a very young age.
And another thing, you got parents, especially the fathers, where they were like the high school jocks, right? Mostly football, mostly. And they don't want his kid to learn music. He's got to go play football,
Or art.
or any of that stuff. Well, he's got to go play football. The kid doesn't want to play football.
Listen,
Find out what your
my
kid's passionate.
ex-wife was a bodybuilder and a kickboxer.
Yeah.
Didn't push our daughters into that. I played baseball, football, and basketball. I didn't push my daughters into that. That's why we let them do so many different things and see if something clicked. Right?
I did tap,
You can't
I
force
did
your kid-
ballet. I
You did ballet?
I did ballet, tap, jazz, and
That's
then I
a
got
good
into
one.
gymnastics. That stuck. And then later on over the year, after I stuck with that for years, then I got into cheerleading.
Then you-
But it was something. It was something.
Right. But it's to me it's all of those things I mentioned that a child can learn if it helps keep them out of trouble.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, you know what they do? They do better in school
Of
because
course.
they become more structured. And some with the coaches will even tell the kids, hey, if you don't get your grades up, you can't
Yeah.
you can't play. Motivates them to keep their grades up.
Oh, it would help a kid if maybe they were shy in school to get them into a
Absolutely.
group, open
Listen,
them up over
My youngest
time.
daughter was as shy as could be.
Yeah,
She's an attorney now.
yeah.
She played college ball. She's an attorney. That shyness, she grew out of it. I'm not saying she wouldn't anyway, but it did help to get her out of her shell, much quicker.
Of course.
And the health factor, the health issues of working out, exercising. Like I said, my daughter would tell me how she has to go running in the morning because she went to school up north, and it was cold,
Well, of course. It was
and she
DC.
wasn't pleasant, but she knew she had to do it,
yeah. That's discipline.
and she
You get on
did
a
it.
schedule.
And she did it, and she
Just
was then disciplined
Things to
in
prepare
school.
you for life. down the road.
Getting your law degree is not easy.
No.
Obviously not.
It's not easy. She did it, and she's an attorney.
Yeah.
But some parents too, which I also knew many of those, want their kid to play this sport because that they played it
They
when they were
played
younger.
it,
The
yeah.
kid doesn't like it. Oh well, then forget it. Then forget about it. Forget it. Listen, I gymnastics, roller hockey, figure skating.
What is roller hockey? I don't even know what that is. You're on
It's hockey on
rollers?
rollerblades.
Yeah.
Oh, on roller.
Or on roller skates.
No,
Roller
it was
skates?
rollerblade. She played on rollerblade.
Yeah,
Oh,
she played the rollerblades.
And she was playing against boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
it's
we're-
popular down here. There are a lot of places with multiple things for roller hockey.
Oh, there's a place out in Pembroke Pines.
I never even heard of
Yeah,
it.
and there's one by where we used to live. It had a bunch of them. It's like a whole bunch. It was a league. It's a league.
Yeah.
But I just think of what parents have told me. That's why I'm saying this. If you're one of those parents that you don't think sports is important, trust me, it is.
If it,
Let me just finish. In sports, music, art, whatever it may be. Like my one of my daughters stuck with art. Like I said, fashion design. She went to college for fashion design. My youngest preferred softball, stuck with it. Went to college, played 4 years starting catcher. Had they not been exposed to those things, because they're not 8 years old or 9 years old saying, hey, I'm going to go over and try this or try that. No, they're children, right? It's up to us to offer it to them. And then things clicked.
yeah.
And they chose their own
their
thing.
own thing.
Their own thing.
That's important for them.
My oldest daughter, like I said, played 1 year of junior college, played on my team as an adult, on adult leagues.
Yeah.
She played with me, side by side with me.
For years. Oh.
Excuse me. She's younger than me, but I was still a lot better than her, but that's okay.
Oh my God.
That's okay. I had to throw that in.
Oh Lord.
I had to throw that in. I remember racing my two daughters because both of them were fast. One of them did track. So they were probably 14, 15. I was obviously younger and in shape. And they always wanted to beat me. Always wanted to beat me. And I remember we had a race one time, and I'm running side by side with them. Three of us are pretty equal. We're running side by side. And and I went, see ya! And I took off.
That is so bad.
And I just blew them away. I said, you know what? One day you'll be faster than me. Not today.
I would have let them win.
Do you think? No, at that age, no. I
would've.
wanted them to push.
I know,
push,
but we're two
push.
different
I want
people.
them to wait to try to beat me. You think at the end of that they laughed or anything? No, they're all bent out of shape.
Yeah.
They're all upset that they didn't beat me.
See ya.
But see how competitive they were? Instead of saying, okay, Dad's faster than us. No. Oh, hell no. This can't be.
That's
This
funny.
can't happen.
Oh, that's great.
Brought out competitiveness in me.
Yeah, how could the old geezer actually do that?
Well, I wasn't an old
He wasn't
geezer
that
when
old.
old
then.
to
He
that.
was
That
like
age.
like 40 or something.
And they were fast.
Yeah.
One of them ran
30,
track.
40.
One of them
40,
ran track in high school. All right, folks. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. If you can please subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a like. We appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter as well. From the crew here, we will talk to you again soon. And be well.
See you.
And take care.
Take care.